Hit him with the... like a horse. Oh my god, did you guys see Galarian Pony? I'm sorry, this is... Save that for the end of the video. I had a whole bit I was gonna do. I was gonna freak out. And then I managed to open up the video, fucking up the whole thing. Which is why I can't be allowed to do anything and make any decisions for myself. I'm a problem. What is life? Anyway, hey, hi-ho, and howdy, everyone. My name is Chokes on His Own Spit, also known as Shannon Elshuk. That's cool, too. And Galarian Ponyta is adorable, and it's going on the team. I don't care if it's a Shield exclusive. Fuck you. We'll play that then. I don't care. Actually, kind of hoping it is so that we can figure out what the goddamn game we're gonna play is. Anyway, hey guys, I am here for just a quick video, which I said just quick, so it's probably gonna be about 7.5 hours long. Yeah, so I'm just jumping in here because I wanted to get just say a couple things. Number one, I want to apologize for last week for not being around. And especially, another thing too is I meant to have a bunch of Fire Emblem that came out last week, and I was just so fucking out of it that I didn't. I got like 1 episode out. I have 5 episodes on YouTube now, so I'm gonna have them come out this week and such instead, which it works out well because that means I can kind of spend all of this week devoted to working on what I want to do, and then that means I can start a Fire Emblem after that, which means it's annoying because that means I can't play Fire Emblem, which is suffering of the highest caliber because that game's fantastic. But it is what it is. Anyway, again, main point was I am sorry that there was no videos last week. I tried to get it out in as many videos as I could. I probably could have went back and put some in things like in the comments of things like Monica and stuff like that, especially since those are some bigger ones. They get stuff, they tend to get a lot of people who come in towards the end, I would imagine. I'm just saying words, I don't know if any of it's true. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to apologize for having nothing out last week, and I wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who was really understanding and supportive about that. To try and keep things as non-bummery as possible, basically, about the day after or two, it was, I can't remember what day it was when I was read. I think it was at the very start of my work week. But as soon as I had finished getting everything done up for the week, I lost my dog. She had been battling, a really just horrific fucking disease for like the past 2 months. Like, she's just been horrible, and it's been fucking excruciating to watch. And long story but very short is, earlier that week, she got into a seizure fit, and she couldn't deal with it anymore, and we couldn't deal with it anymore watching her go through it. So in the end, we had to take her in, and now she is no longer with us. So that happened on the day of my uncle's death anniversary. So I had a week. So I had a week, and I was really emotional about it. And I didn't want to be on camera, and I kind of don't want to be on camera now, but I kind of do too. Like, that was the one thing is, when I do this, I don't want to be on camera because I don't want to bring things down, and I don't want to ruin anyone's time. And another thing is, as has been pointed out to me and has been discussed by myself as well, we have a lot of emotional stuff on the channel right now. Like, a lot. Like, we have, what, like 7 series going on, and like 5 of them are pretty fucking emotional. And I just, like, I didn't want to risk, number one, breaking down more than I already am, and I didn't want to bring things down and stuff like that. Like, take how that same week we watched Main Abyss episode 10, and then immediately went into Eromanga Sensei, and Eromanga Sensei turned into a fucking shit show because my brain was fucking pudding because of coming off of fucking, Maiden Abyss. And that was something that wasn't really a personal connection to me. That was just me getting fucked up. And then it's just like, imagine that, but not fun. So like, it just, in the end, I didn't want to be on camera. I didn't want to ruin anything for you guys, but I did really want to be on camera. I did want to do something. I wanted to do anything, and I didn't. And so it was a difficult week. It was a week I think I definitely needed, but it was a thing. There was a lot of unhappiness all the way around. So I just want to say I am sorry again for that, but I hope you guys understand. And for the ones who do, and for everyone who is really supportive and kind, I can't say thank you guys enough. You guys were the sweetest motherfuckers. Anyway, that was the biggest thing I wanted to get across to you guys. I actually want to take a look at something here. I should check this out before, but you're coming up really, really soon. We're about to hit our sub special for 750, which is really, really cool. It's something I'm pretty excited for. As you guys may remember, we have our next thing picked out, being the Steins Gate film. So I am excited for that because I don't know if you guys know us, but I really, really like that stuff. Also, look at this. Look at that over there. I got. Can I point to it? Where the fuck does my hand go? I got the little fan book thing that came out just recently, and I was like, hey, that shit's dope. It's nice pictures in there. Anyway, yeah, so we are at 727, I think that was. So we're actually doing a really, really nice thing, and we should get to there soon, which is a part of the reason why I didn't know if I was going to do this, because of, like, I'm going to put out a fucking updatey video thing, update rambly thing, and then immediately fucking do one here shortly after, but I figured it was a good idea to come in and tell the people who didn't get to hear, that was why I was gone last week. And just me saying thank you, and me acknowledging where we are on the channel at the moment, which is kind of another thing I want to talk about, because again, my audience is very supportive and kind and nice to me, and with that, I kind of just wanted to say that I really appreciate everyone who's trying to look out for me. Like, there's a good few people out there who at this point have been like, throw us out here, sir. Maybe you don't do, like, all of this emotional shit all at once. Maybe take a fucking breather. There was a good few people who actually had talked to me about, like, hey, don't be afraid to space this shit out a little bit. And that's kind of the interesting thing, too, is because with some of these shows, like, some I knew kind of what I was getting into going in. Madoka in general is one of these things where, like, again, I don't know a ton about it. I know the spoilers I told everyone, and I kind of know the general vibe of the show and shit like that. So that was the thing, is I at least had an idea going into what I was going to be doing with that sort of a series. When it comes to Erased, however, that's something I literally knew nothing about going in. I knew that Jeremy Lay was in it, and that was it. That is literally the only thing I knew about it going in, and that people liked it. Maybe that the ending wasn't up to snuff or some shit. I don't know. I didn't know. I guess I know a little bit more about it now. But yeah. So like I knew nothing about. I had no idea what it was about. I didn't know going in it was gonna be a thrillery mystery thingy. I didn't know that at all. And then there's a thing like Made in Abyss, which I knew had its moments. I knew overall might have a darker tone, but I didn't know to what extent. I didn't know when. I didn't know, because a lot of that series is is a pretty chill adventure thing. And then there's episode 10, which is a little bit more than that. So I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, a lot of this time, I'm kind of just floating by your guys' recommendations. And that's the thing, is I'm kind of just going with the flow of what you guys know. Like, basically, for the most part, it's been me being like, hey, these are a few things that I can't stand or don't like. I can't stand gore. I'm not a big horror guy in anime. I don't give a shit about sports. And, I feel like there's another one. And I'm not the massive fan of fan service unless there's more to back it up, I guess. That being said, there's something like Aramanga Sensei, which is very fan servicey and much less connection, but I do still really enjoy it. I still really love Sagiri and shit, so that helps. But in the end, there's kind of how those things work out, and I'm sure there's other things I'm just forgetting off the top of my head. Mecha. I'm not a big Mecha guy, which again is funny because Frank's is one of my favorite shows of all time, but that's a whole other discussion. It's everything else in that show that I love. But yeah, no, so it's just, for the most part, that's kind of been what it's been, is just me going like, hey, these are some things I can't handle. These are some things I really tend to like. I fucking love romances. I love slice lives. I love comedies. I love shit like that. That's my fucking bread and butter, my jam, my tasty, delicious freshness. That's what I'm all about. And kind of go along with it there. And again, there's certain things that I wouldn't have tried out without too much recommendation. I wouldn't have tried out Steins Gate for probably the longest time, because it's one I've wanted to get to, but I've also always kind of put off because I didn't know what it was about. And then I trusted people to get me into it, and I got into it, and it's one of my all-time favorites. Asuka I didn't realize fucking existed. And now it's one of my all-time favorites. Anohana, another one of those shows I've wanted to get to forever, but just didn't have the push. But you guys helped get me there, and then I watched Anohana, and it was Anohana, so you know how that goes. It's great. Like, I don't know. So a lot of the time, that's what it's been. It's been me, you know, following your guys' lead for the most part. And in the end, that's where a lot of people have led me with stuff like this, is things like Erased and stuff, and Made in Abyss and Madoka. And it's not like I didn't want to see any of these, but in the end, there's only, I don't know, it's just I don't know what I'm always getting into when I'm kind of trusting people. And that's the other thing, is as we get on further and further, there may be people who don't know quite what I'm into, or just who don't view certain things as bad as I might, or is, and I don't mean bad as like, this is trash quality, but like, is just affecting me the way it does. And shit, like, I don't know, it's just one of those things, is you don't really know, especially as we are getting bigger and there's more people who aren't familiar with older stuff. I want to throw a quiz out here right now. How many of you know who Bento is? None of you, except for like 2. I'm talking to the second longest around person on the entire channel. My man's Jeff, the one who's been around longer than almost anyone else, except for one other person, had no idea who the fuck Bento was. And that's my thing, is like, there's so much shit from before, or from things that I've said in the past, that people just don't know about these days, that may not know what I'm into all the ways and stuff like that. So I don't know, it's just one of those things where, like, again, I'm trying to, I'm having you guys guide me, but there's only so much you guys can do, and there's only so much I can do. So I don't know, it's one of those things where it's why I would like to, as we go along, get a little bit more self-sufficient in picking what I want to do on my own too. Not trying to cut you guys out, but try and make sure that I'm getting a solid selection of what I know I want to get into as well. I think that's the biggest thing. Because I don't feel like I do that enough, and it seems like a good few other people feel the same way. I've gotten that a good few times before. Like, for example, the only things that I've picked that I specifically wanted to do on the channel for the longest time were, it's been Fire Emblem, it's been gonna be Sword and Shield here starting next month, Bloom Into You, which I don't know when we're gonna start that, and then the first batch of shows that we did, the Citrus, A Place Further Than the Universe, Darling in the Franxx, and I think that was it. I think those were the first 3 that I picked. I'm pretty sure that was it. So I've had pretty much that, and then I'd be like, well, there's these things I might be interested in. What are your guys' thoughts? What do you guys want me to do? Stuff like that, and that's kind of where we've been ever since. See, I don't know. And we just, as of late, we have ended up with a lot of really, really emotional shit, and potentially even more really emotional shit lined up in the background. Again, we still have a few more things that we're set up to watch. Like, Bloom Into You, I'm sure it's going to have that as well, but I think it's going to be a lot easier to handle than other stuff because I don't think it's a particularly dark story. More, it's just, probably has some emotional moments to it. Then there's fucking like School Live, which I don't know anything about other than it's one of those shows that people say you can't fucking look up, which means you know what that means. That means there's something to it, and that's concerning, and I don't know. And that's the biggest thing is I don't want to. The worst part is, again, it hit me at a time where I'm kind of in a really emotional way. Again, it's a big thing. I lost my dog. The anniversary happened. Again, good things have happened too. My birthday was like fucking yesterday. 2 days ago, as of the time of recording this. If this comes out here later today, then it will still be 2 days ago. It was on the 4th. So, to the few people who said some nice words, thank you. But yeah, that was the other thing is too. I missed being able to put out videos on my birthday, which was a shame. But like, I don't know. It's just I'm in a way as of late, and there is a lot of emotional stuff. And again, that's where it kind of comes back to people being like, hey, maybe just as a heads up, maybe you want to give yourself some breathing room on this stuff. And that's the thing is, we just started stuff like Monica and Erased. And Monica is one of those ones, like, at this point, I don't want to get rid of it, like, or even put it on hiatus, just because how big and important it is and how much I do really want to see it. I wouldn't want to do that if even given the opportunity, I wouldn't want to do that. It's one I want to sit down and get through. Erased is less so, more just because I don't have as much of a connection to it. I'm enjoying it fine enough. I don't dislike it by any means, shape, or form, but I don't absolutely adore it either. It's just kind of an enjoyable one I'm with at the moment. Made in Abyss, at this point, we're 3 fucking episodes away from finishing it. It wouldn't be right for me to even consider fucking putting it off. Just, I want to sit through it. In fact, I'd kind of like to get through the last few episodes here fairly soon. I don't know if I will double down next week, or hell, if I'll go crazy this week and just get through it. I'm not sure. But yeah, some people considered or threw it by me that maybe I should consider putting some stuff off and making sure things are a bit more even. And that's what I used to do. Is I was like, hey, I want a good blend of emotional stuff and, easier to handle stuff. And we don't have a ton of that easier to handle stuff. We have Hyoka, which is, again, a fucking chill ass show. I'm sure it'll have its moments, and it's had little bits pieces here for sure. But for the most part, it's just a real chill fucking show. Then there's Eromanga, which is, again, that. So, I'm pretty much fucking safe there. The worst that's ever getting to is like, oh my god, there's a misunderstanding, and it's gone. We're good. So, like, I'm not too worried. There's Fire Emblem, but that I know is not going to last forever. Not as in it's going to end. I mean, it will end, but it's Fire Emblem. And I've seen enough of foreshadowing already to know shit's going to go so wrong. Yeah, there's that. And again, Pokemon, but that's not till next month. So, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, there is a big disparity as to, stuff that's going to be easier for me to take on and stuff that's going to be harder for me to take on. And especially at a time like this where, again, I'm still kind of fucking just emotionally, on everything. I don't know. So I guess the thing I want to put out here is, again, I don't want to screw anyone over. Again, a lot of people voted for the shows that we have up here. But also, again, I need to be more careful. That's the thing is, too, is I want to be able to look into things, but I don't want to spoil myself either. And that's kind of the thing is, like, I don't want to ruin shows for me, but I do want to be able to kind of get an idea of what I'm going into. Otherwise, I don't know. It might not be good for me. So I don't know. Yeah. So basically it comes down to this. I am I'm going to try and record things as normal this week. But I'm going to try. I don't know. I might kind of bitch out this week. I don't know. What I want to do, I think, is I want to kind of just leave it open for discussion for you guys. I'm going to do it in the Discord as well. Feel free if you guys ever want to talk about stuff. Please, that is a great place to do it. It still needs work. I will get rules that aren't just me like, hey, don't be an asshole, please. Done up eventually here, but we're getting there. But it's a great place if you guys want to talk and share your opinions and discuss. And there's again spoiler chat and stuff for everyone who would like to talk about things there. Vienna. So I guess I really want to just kind of throw it out to you guys is what do you guys think I should do? Should I just power through, continue on? Should I maybe consider putting 1 or 2 shows on hiatus, especially like maybe something like Erased? I don't want to take that away from everyone who just got here. We're 2 fucking episodes in, but I also don't know. Like, do I do something like that? At least allow myself to finish up like Made in Abyss, and work ways into Madoka a bit before I start that back up, or whatever I got to do with that. Do I call it? I don't want to call it quits on anything. I feel like I need to space things out more. I really do think I need to do that. And that does raise the other question is, for those who have been around for a while, know that there are 2 shows that we did put on hiatus for a bit, which are much happier, shows. Being the first season of We Never Learn and Carol and Tuesday. So should I maybe swap one of those in or something like that until we can kind of get through some stuff and help even things out a little bit more? Or what? I'm sorry, this is a huge rambly mess. Again, I'm in a way, and it's kind of the reason I didn't want to be on camera last week is because I don't want to bring the videos down. I don't want to be in a wonky way. I think a part of it too is I don't have something I can directly kind of focus on, so that's a whole other thing. But yeah, no, I wanted to throw it out there to you guys. What do you think maybe I should do? Because again, these are things I would like to see, but I am just kind of in a way, and it is a lot. It is a bit to get through all at once. So yeah, I'm curious to get your guys' opinions. I don't know if I'll maybe put up like a poll, and you guys can be like, hey, yeah, no, do whatever you want, or I think this is probably a good idea, or bitch, shut up, quit your whining. Maybe I should make that the actual thing. It's mean, but it's a little funny. I don't know. And that's the thing is I don't know if I should jump back onto those. If I should jump into something like Bloom It You, where I'm something I'm kind of really looking forward to and like to get into, and I feel a little bit more comfortable. But then again, that's something that could easily be fucking emotional shit as well. It's like even Your Lie in April, which is a real fun fucking time, and it's one of my I'm loving it so much. It has its moments where it gets me all fucked up. So I don't know. I don't know. I do feel like I need more balance, even if it's just for a little while, because again, it's been a rough fucking bit of time. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, and hopefully I'll put a fucking TLDR in the goddamn comments, because Jesus Christ, this is a nightmare. Do I have anything else I want to run by you guys before we go? I don't think so. I think those were the biggest things, is like apologies, an explanation as to why, and what you guys are thinking. And again, that's the biggest thing, is I don't want to, it doesn't feel right to always, cut people off when I'm starting into something. Like, again, it feels like such a dick move, but also I don't know if it's something I can really deal with at the moment. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Again, I'll probably do a little poll just to get a heads up on what you guys are thinking. I'm going to go through this week. I'm going to try and get through what I can get through. if things start getting too much, don't be surprised if I just start kind of, if I call it a little off on this week and just kind of go for maybe some happy shit. If I just kind of double down on Hyoka and Eromanga or something like that. Maybe some Grisai. Grisai is, again, another one of those things where, like, Michiru is the greatest thing in the world. Literally. Like, I would, like, there was, like, nothing else. But even then, it's a real 50-50 whether or not that's going to make me bawl my eyes out because I'm happy. Or bawl my eyes out because I'm sad. Or bawl my eyes out. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I'm still bawling my eyes out, and that fucks up my heart. So I don't know. It's... Fuck. I'm just in a way. So I hope you guys understand. I am sorry for being a bummer and everything. I'm going to just kind of go through as I can. I hope you guys can give me your thoughts. And we'll see what we can do. Yeah. I don't know. And again, there's a good few people who have been like, hey... Like, I've taken a look at your to-watch list and shit like that, and maybe just as a heads up, there might be a few things on there that are going to be like this that you might want to either drop or just really consider before you jump into, too. But I don't know what all of them are. So that's the thing is, I don't know. And, like, again, School Life is one of those things where, like, clearly some shit, but I don't know. I just know that people don't want me to know. And that's the thing is, too, is people want to be cool and help with the surprise, because that's really awesome, and I'm all for that, but also, I'm weak. So, like, it's goddamn it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry for being rambling. I'm sorry for no videos last week. I'm sorry if we do have to make a change here. But I'm in a way. So anyway, thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you again for being so fucking supportive. Everyone who has been, you guys are amazing, and I do love you. And I know that in the end, that's most of what I'm gonna get is people like, hey man, do you? We love you. Just you're loving. Why do you love me? You shouldn't love me as much. You guys are too nice. So anyway, I'm gonna kind of leave it up to you guys. Thank you so much. I love you. I'm gonna do something. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to watch some nice stuff today. I'm going to do that. Anyway, I love you guys. Take care. And I will see you guys soon. And I'm curious to see what you guys say. Anyway, I'm going to go. Bye, guys. I'm going to do this one again a couple more times. Let's give a solid 10 of these in there. Oh, I hit my head so hard. Anyway, bye. I love you. Also, I gotta watch the Ruby trailer. I almost forgot. I cannot not do that this week, or I will fucking flip out. Galarian Ponyta is the cutest thing in the world, by the way. Again, that is going on the team. Please, like, if you are a Shield exclusive, we have our game. Flat out. Because I haven't known what we're gonna do. I was like, dear God, I'm probably gonna buy both anyway, but what the fuck game are we gonna play? And I'm like, just fucking tell me what Sword exclusive, Shield exclusive, so I know which one I want to get. So if that's what it is. Fuck yes, because it's the cutest thing in the fucking world, man. Sirfetch'd is cool, but did you see that thing? It was, you had the two of them, and they ran up, and it was all like hugging on the other one. It was like, this one ain't got no fucking tail. What is the... Why are you so cute? I really liked that 24-hour live stream. I know a lot of people didn't, but I really, really liked it. This is... I'm gonna go... I'm lost to Ruby and Pokemon again. Oh, shit. Also, again, that's going to fucking start up here very soon, so I need to get a spot lined up for that, because holy shit. That has to be watched, because it's Ruby, and it's literally my favorite thing, so. Goddamn. Anyway. Bye, guys, for real. Thank you. I love you. Bye. I'm gone. I'm out of here. I was never here. Bye-bye. Fuck.